Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited because I am going to do a full face of Chanel that is inspired by Nina Park's behind the scenes Golden Globe makeup. I have been following Nina Park. She is a global makeup artist who does really beautiful, sort of fresh looks with kind of a plushy lip look. She has some really great lip techniques to make your lips look sort of flushy but natural at the same time. I love her looks because she really emphasizes, you know, celebrities' natural beauty. There doesn't seem to appear to be a lot of makeup, just some really great techniques. So what I'm going to do today is do a full face of Chanel using some of my favorite beauty products and trying to recreate the Nina Park look on my more mature skin. So if you're interested in seeing this look, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm so excited to do a full face of Chanel. I'm going to clip back my hair here, and I have been having a little bit of fun watching some Nina Park, like behind the scenes Golden Globe makeup looks, which I have been a little bit obsessed with. She does beautiful sort of glowy skin looks, very simple but defined eyes, and then she does really cool kind of soft blurred plushy lips. So I have thin lips, but I just thought today we'd have a little fun playing with a full face of Chanel, and I'm going to start with one of my ultimate favorites. This is the Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. I'm in the shade Medium Light. This just makes your skin look so angelic. And I used this the other day and was like, I forgot how much I love it. So it's very hydrating. Again, it's very sheer, so it's not going to provide a ton of coverage, but it does just give your skin this nice, hydrated, kind of plumped up look. So we're going to start with that. Basically, it has some pigments housed in like hyaluronic acid beads, and it just literally plumps up your skin. It makes it look so darn pretty. I just feel like once it dries down on the skin, it does something a little bit magical. So just kind of taking a moment to buff this in to my skin. Okay, this is what that Water Fresh tint looks like. It takes a minute to do its magic, but you will see it's just going to give my skin sort of a healthy, pretty glow. And then I'm going to use my new Chanel Ultra Latent Concealer. Really love this concealer. I'm going to be using it in BR22. This one tends to brighten up, and I'm going to just do a little here. And I also have this in BR32, so if I want to add a little bit more coverage, I will do that with my other shade. And then I am just diffusing this concealer using a BK Beauty brush. Actually, this is Angie's Hot and Flashy. This is the A506, I believe. But any kind of fluffy brush, I'm just kind of diffusing that concealer. Okay, then she warms up the skin with a cream bronzer or contour shade. I'm using the Chanel, the Le Beige Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream, and I'm using this one in the tan medium bronze, the 392. And what I'm going to do is just kind of warm up, the skin near the forehead, kind of sculpt out a little bit of cheeks here. I love this product. Long time love, even in the original shade. Just kind of warms up the skin and looks so darn natural. Now her eye looks are pretty minimal, so I am going to take a little bit of the bronzing cream here, and I'm just going to use that in my crease. This is just slightly inspired. And then for blush, again, we're kind of keeping with the creams, a little bit of glowy skin. I'm going to be using the Chanel. These are the #1, the blush and lip cheek tints. I was looking for my healthy pink, but couldn't find that at the moment. So I'm going to be using the Lively Rose Wood, and I'm going to dip my brush in here, and we're going to kind of give myself a nice little flush here. It's such a good color. And don't worry, I'll blend this all in, but these are so good. I have so much makeup that I forget about. And I'll even it out and blend it out, but she kind of positions it, giving yourself a nice little flush on the skin, basically highlighting really like pretty glowy skin. Okay, loving that little flush on the skin. Then I'm taking my Chanel La Balm Essential, and I am using the new one in Cute. I believe this is still available from the Chanel Noir collection. If not, any of them, sculpting, any of these will work, but I am just gonna use this to highlight, kind of give me that little glassy skin look here. Okay, now I'm just gonna gently powder down. I'm using the loose Chanel powder here. I don't want to take away the glow, but just setting what I have created so far, and then she uses a mist to bring back the glow. So kind of just layering everything here, setting it, and then bringing back that glow. I'm out of my Chanel mist, but that is absolutely amazing. Gives you the best glow. So what I'm going to do is use my Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Now for the eyes, she keeps the color on the lid pretty simple. I am going to use one of the limited edition that I just picked up, the Brun Rose. I'm kind of obsessed with this one and done color. But if this is sold out and you can't find it, I was thinking something like Sable would work. Maybe I love Talpa as well. That's more of a kind of taupe shade, but the key is kind of soft and muted. And this one is just such a beautiful wash of color. I believe they are going to be coming back in stock to retailers. So if you can grab this, this is one of my favorites. So just dipping in right here, and I'm going to just give a soft wash on my eyes. I'm taking a little flat brush here, and I'm going to run a little bit of that under the lash line just to diffuse and connect everything. Okay, a little wash of color on the eyes, and then for liner, she does a more precise sort of tight lining close to the lash line with a slight wing. Now, I'm not good at wings, and I was looking for sort of a espresso color, but my STYLO YEUX is out in the espresso color. I did pull out my Le Crayon Kohl in Ombre, and this is a nice kind of soft brown here. So I think I'll start with that, but otherwise I may use my Pat McGrath Black Coffee. That's just a little bit deeper right here. And I like the kind of gel formula, but in general, I would probably recommend, if you want one of these kind of softer kohls, I would do the Brun Teak color, or I would do Espresso in my STYLO YEUX waterproof. So I'm going to start with the ombre, just a little close, kind of really wiggling just close to the lash line. And then she just does like a little baby wing. Again, my eyes are already downturned, so wings don't always work for me, but the key was kind of, you want to define near the lash line so you just get your mascara and it looks, kind of like a soft, muted eye. Taking a Nikki LaRose number 11, kind of an angled brush here, and just pulling slight baby wing out to the side. I think that looks better on younger eyes or not downturned eyes, but the key is just to sort of define the lash line. Okay, just a soft eye. I'm going to pop on some mascara. I won't bother you with that, but I'm using the Rouge Allure mascara. Okay, very simple eye, just kind of a light wash with just really defined eyeliner near the lash line, so your lashes just kind of look natural, but you need a little definition. Now again, I see her doing some really nice little wings. My eyes tend to curl down. I did try, but anyways, I have just been loving everything she's been creating because it's just like all about the skin, like natural looking, really pretty simple eyes. And then her lips, she does do sort of an overline of the lips, and I've seen her use the combination of, I think this is the right one, of the Chanel. This is the Nude Brun lip liner. So I'm going to slightly overline, and then she says that one of the universal best nude colors is from the Chanel, the Allure like Straight. That was launched a few years back, and this one is in Beige Brut. And to me, it kind of reminds me of the beloved Andrea in the original formula. So what I'm going to do is, I may even intensify with my Wherever Walnut. I know she's used that too. Let me see which one is more cool based. That's one thing I would say. She almost uses like a grayish or a contour color. I'm just going to stick with this first and then we'll see. And again, I don't have a lot of lips, but she just kind of creates these lips that look kind of plushy, but very natural looking. So I'm just going a little bit above, and then I'm going to kind of blend that in, and a little bit below. I already love Nude Brun as one of my favorite lip liners here. Okay, I'm taking my finger here and just gonna soften the edges here. I like this color on its own, and I believe I've also seen her use Wherever Walnut. I'll just put a little bit more. Kind of just, that one seems to be slightly cooler. And then I'm going to go in with this lipstick here, and it's such a good nude because nudes can wash me out, and this one, this formula is glossy. So I'm just going to dab this on, and I want to soften the lip liner just so it doesn't look like, right now I can kind of see it. I'm just going to soften the edges just a bit, just to look a little more plushy. Look, kind of increased my lip size here, and I forgot how good this was. So again, this is the Beige Brut, and then let me swatch the Nude Brun here, and what I'm liking, that's the combination here. And then I took a little bit of Wherever Walnut. Let's put that right next. They're very similar. So the middle one is Nude Brun, and then here is Wherever Walnut. And if you're using more of a matte, then she would put kind of some gloss kind of in the fleshy part of your lips. But for myself, that this formula is already glossy on its own. And that was just one of the beautiful lip combos here. I'm gonna add just a teeny bit more highlighter. So sort of like flushy little blush here. And then we'll add just a little bit more of that highlighter on the tops of my cheeks here. And give a little extra glow. And get that kind of healthy glow. And then we'll go ahead, we'll do one more little spritz of the Flawless kind of setting spray here. Get rid of the frizzies here, and then we'll finish with a fragrance of the day. I'm gonna go ahead and call it, I'm gonna wear beige again. I've definitely been on a little beige tear. I pulled out the other day to wear it, and it just makes me so happy. So the sun is shining today, and I'm just feeling in that happy mode here. And beige is just this beautiful honeyed bouquet of flower. It does kind of have this little honeyed nectar to it. I always describe this as adult Johnson & Johnson's baby shampoo. Brings back such good memories. That also is such a good scent, but it has just this sort of clean shampoo note in it. And again, I say that in the best way possible. This is just great everyday classy little Chanel scent. Cannot get enough of it right now. And this is my full face of Chanel, sort of inspired by Nina Park makeup from the Golden Globes. What I'm loving for 2026 is there does seem to be this emphasis on just enhancing your own natural beauty, or that's what I'm seeing so far. And I just sort of love her looks because it really does play up like very kind of sheer, healthy, glowy skin, nice flush on the cheeks, a nice clean eye with a little edge, and then kind of this plushy lip look. So that is my attempt. I will continue to have fun, kind of study up some of her other looks and kind of create some new looks, but I wanted to pop on today, just kind of show you what I've been inspired by. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another one soon.